up, honey. The most hotly anticipated, and pun intended because the game has to do with thermodynamics, especially warmth, strategy game of 2024 preview has arrived. This is Frostpunk 2. Thank you to 11-Bit Studios for the sponsorship. And also, you have the opportunity as a viewer to win an AMD 7700 XT video card, exclamation point AMD. You can click on the link to enter to win the video card. It's a special Frostpunk 2 GPU just for you, maybe just for you. And of course, exclamation point Frostpunk. And you can check out more information about Frostpunk 2, which we're going to be checking out today. I know you're going to be asking, hey NL, what's your experience with Frostpunk? 2020, I played Frostpunk and I beat the first scenario. I kept my Arctic tundra village alive and warm enough, long enough to, I think, complete the scenario when nobody expected that I had a chance. Nobody thought I had a chance, so I'd say I'm something of an expert. Let's start with the story here. Frostpunk 2 is a challenging game in which planning ahead is crucial, and failure is a natural part of the experience. If you're a veteran of the original, I don't know if I would go that far. Start me off in the prologue. They came upon the old machine as they always do, and when the whiteout hits, they must survive. Difficulty preset is on Citizen. Sure, why not? In 1887, the world froze to death. Civilization crumbled. The failing British Empire built generators to support cities of evacuees, cities that would become the last on Earth. Whether huddled by a generator or out in the open frostland, those that survived were shaped by the ordeal. 30 years later, all became very different people. That's true for me, too. Not the frozen stuff, but like you change over time. You know what I'm saying? So true, so true. Who were you 30 years ago? I was eating a lot of chicken tenders, I'll tell you that. All right, let's begin.
Can you hear us? Captain! Do you hear us?
This is like what it's like to be my wife when my daughter's at home. Mommy, look at this.
The crumbling British Empire as the world surround us.
My sack. Don't do it.
I held New London together.
Don't. I thought he was going to stand up.
We survived 30 years.
This is what it's like to be a Winnipeg Jets season ticket holder. True. It's the devil on his shoulder. Because one of the things in Frostpunk is you got to balance being like a benevolent leader who makes everybody happy while also possibly making decisions that harm the few in service of the many. The children do yearn for the mines. Sometimes they did. Listen, in 2024, the kids don't need to be in the mines. But if the world froze over and the adults are out there trying to bring back some meat, you might need to put a couple of 8-year-olds in the safety gear and send them down, okay? Because we still need the lumber, we still need the coal to keep the place warm. In 2024, we can just have robots do it or something, or Chat GPT. We're putting you in there? At least it's warmer down there. We've been roaming the frozen desert for years. Many of us do not remember a world before the Great Frost. Now another whiteout is coming, and again we've reached the old machine. Again we will rely on its furnace to provide heat. In the past we always made sure there were enough supplies for the next whiteout, but our numbers have grown through the years. Providing for everyone is getting harder and harder. In case you've never seen Frostpunk, by the way, Frostpunk is a I don't know if you call it a city builder. It's like a city builder slash survival game, and kind of the hook was that you build your city around a generator that creates heat, and it creates it in like a radius around the generator. So you kind of build out radially instead of like, I don't know, expanding in a whichever other way you want, whichever kind of square you want. So you have to manage the heat as well as your food and your primary materials. Now again, as we get started here, thank you to 11-Bit Studios, and also thank you to AMD for the sponsorship. Go win yourself a video card, !AMD, and check out Frostpunk 2 on Steam, !Frostpunk. All right. The old dreadnought remains in pieces under layers of snow, but the scattered wagons still have resources inside. First, we must break the ice to reach one of the oil wagons and construct an extraction district to use it. Then we can turn on the furnace to heat us. We will restart the furnace. All right, y'all. We will restart the furnace. The first thing we need to do is go here. The Dreadnought's Wreck District. Wanderers. Let me take a peek at you. You're in tighten your belt mode. Hunger is significantly increased. I love that for you. Let's click. The people of your city form communities. Groups of people united by a common outlook and background. You can view the communities by clicking their image at the bottom of the screen. Under each community description is a list of actions you can perform with that community. They greatly improve your situation, but also change your relations with that community. Okay. I will not be discarding or disabling tutorials. There are various district abilities available in the district panels. One such is emergency shifts, which I think makes you work 24 hours. Some district abilities are available from the beginning of the game. Some are only unlocked later. Okay, take me to the generator. There's a heat generator for your population. You need to have fuel to turn on the furnace. Oil is the only fuel for now. We'll get solar going later. That was a joke. In the game, at least. I don't know anything about it in the real world. You can turn on the furnace by clicking the switch next to Dreadnought's Furnace. The furnace uses as much available fuel as is needed to fuel the heat demand. You can also activate overdrive, which increases the efficiency but also increases its wear. Turn off overdrive before you get a malfunction resulting in casualties. Okay? I can do that any day of the week, man. I can do that any day of the week. My wanderers, what have you got here? Favors. Take scraps, but return scraps, lose rations, but increase your relations. Scraps are a stockpilable resource that can be spent on frost breaking, funding construction, or using specific actions. They're collected weekly. You can use take scraps to get more scraps, but worsen your relations, or the opposite. All right. Understood. For now, I'd like to get some oil. I'd like to get some oil. Any chance these are the press T to see tutorial. Various resource deposits are scattered throughout the nearby area. To exploit these, construct the appropriate district on a resource deposit tile. In most cases, you will need to frost break the tile with the resource deposit before constructing anything on it. The more resource deposit tiles within a district's range, the larger the deposit the district can exploit. Okay. I got the basics, man. In many ways. What do you got for me down here? Construct districts. I would like to make an extraction district and select 3 tiles to construct it on. I have to do it up here. I think I just don't want to accidentally like sequence break the tutorial. Let me frost break area. And then what is this one? Construct districts. Okay. You need the frost break first. So you think I need the frost break here. Or like here to get close enough to get, okay. Frost break to an oil wagon and, oh right, read the tutorial. Frost break to an oil wagon and construct an extraction district, then turn on the furnace. Okay. We break it. We break it. And we break it. We can do up to 8. But we don't need to do up to 8, right? I guess we might as well while we're here. Build close to the generator. Check marks. Okay, consider your frost broken. Turn on the furnace in the Dreadnought wreck. Construct an extraction district next. Understood. There they go, breaking the frost. Frostpunk Tua? I don't know if they would want you saying stuff like that. I don't know if they'd want to be associated with the Hawk Tua. Frankly, I mean, it's been like 2 months since the meme was germinated to begin with. I can't believe you're still so obsessed with it, quite frankly. I got over it in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 weeks. You're still rocking it? Well, more power to you. Cold is a measure of how well your city is heated and how protected your people are from the frost. Make sure shelter and heat needs are fulfilled. If you don't, people will get cold, which increases disease, decreases population growth, and also causes you to freeze to death. Noted. Noted. You literally went on Talk Tua. You have fallen for a Photoshop, okay? And it happens to the best of us. I remember seeing the Photoshop of the Nintendo Wii follow-up. I've seen Photoshops of what the PlayStation 6 is going to look like. I fall for it every time. Okay? Select 3 tiles to construct a district. I'd like to construct a district here, here, and here. Let's keep it reasonably far away from the generator so the workers get cold, but at least people aren't getting, you know, like oil fumes belched into their homes, maybe? I'm sure you can speed up time as well. But let's just... I mean, we got 82 weeks till the whiteout arrives, so I'm chilling. No. The PlayStation 6 has a... it actually has a 3D printer built into it. And it comes with an endless supply of filament as well. I've seen the mock-ups, man. I've seen the mock-ups. It has virtual reality that doesn't require a headset. Sick, dude. Turn on the furnace in the Dreadnought wreck to provide some heat. Generator off. Okay, this is where things get real. We turn the generator on. Output and demand. A city's economy is based on the output and demand of various resources. Output is the total amount of resources produced by districts and buildings. For example, food output can be increased by building a food district. However, a working district also increases demand for resources needed to sustain its operations, i.e. heat and materials. When output equals demand, you're loving life. When output is higher than demand, you're going to the moon. But when output is lower than demand, you will see a negative number next to the resource on the top bar, indicating how much more output is needed to meet the demand. Okay, districts and buildings mostly increase heat and materials demand. 1 second, I'm just seeing when output equals demand. All right. So up here at the top, the furnace is on. We have enough oil to cover current needs, but the cold will still affect our people until we have houses. We'll need prefabricated parts for construction. We brought some with us. The rest we need to extract from the wagon wreckage. I just want to see here. Housing, not doing so good. Food, not doing so good. Materials, not doing so good. But the oil is pumping, boys. We're doing it. Hang on, I wanted to learn about prefabs. We need a housing district. Frost break to a construction wagon and build an extraction district to provide prefabs. You have prefabs. Okay, let's start with number 1 here. Let's frost break out to here. And we might as well, let's frost break over to this node as well as a just in case me type deal. and then just fill it in so it looks nice, and then click the check mark. Week 13, day 6. We've used like 10% of our time. I haven't done anything yet, man. Game looks nice, I gotta admit. Hang on, 2 registered is sick. Frostpunk has it's a great strategy game, and it nails the tone. Like, you really feel like you're in season 1 of the FX show The Terror when you're playing the game. Because rarely, like, sometimes you'll play a city builder and it'll be like, do you want infinite energy or world peace? And you're like, tough choice. Frostpunk, though, is like, you could cut that dude's leg off so the frostbite doesn't spread through his whole body, but then you'll use like the last piece of wood that you needed to heat the whole town. And you're like, sorry, buddy. I think you got to throw that in the furnace. There are 2 types of absences. Sick, when people get cured in hospitals or disease lowers, they'll come back. Injured, they'll rejoin the workforce over time. Okay? It's fine. The frost breaking has been completed. Build an extraction district to get prefabs. Right there. I think I've accidentally created a choke point in my base. My bad. And then build 2 housing districts. Optional. Place the housing districts next to each other or the furnace to reduce heat demand. Now we're talking. Let me take a look at the frost breaking here real quick. I think I would love to place them right there. Do I have to break 8 tiles? Because it costs me more scrap. Either way, you know what? I think having more stuff close to our generator is going to be advantageous. Okay, let's speed it up. Brother, how long does it take to complete a mega project? We have an event. As the thick black liquid oozes through the pipes, our people rejoice. The carcass of this old machine is a testament to the hardships that made us, but more importantly, it's our haven in the storm. It has allowed us to weather many whiteouts, and it will do so again. We have oil, we can turn on the furnace. Select the Dreadnought Rec to access furnace control. Once turned on, it will convert oil into heat. Wow, I'm 1 step ahead of you, brother. I had it on the whole time. Just idling. Beautiful. Okay, pause. Build houses close to the generator. Because this, you can tell, it's a hot zone. Near generator, plus 20 heat. Plus 20 heat. It says build 2 housing districts. Is there any way I can build 2 instead of 6? I'm worried that I'm going like a little much. Also, I didn't know, dude. Frostpunk is making my keyboard grow in or glow in Frostpunk colors. Like it's my keyboard is glowing like dark blue and then light blue. Based. 3 of 6. Hang on. I guess I'll put these ones a little further away. It's got to be done. Oh, each district is 6 tiles. I see. So you're telling me I gotta do a little bit more frost breaking. Perhaps over here. Hopefully that's. Wait, yes, okay, frost breaking is fine. Build them close to your industry, man. You never know. People love to walk to work. Build an extra. Okay, so that's going to complete 2 housing districts. Is going to take a minute. Use the hotkeys to make the game go faster. Can I see what's coming up? Cold needs are severe. Hunger is minor but growing. Disease is notable. Cold is severe. Squalor, though. Squalor is absent. That strikes me as a positive. You got to focus on like the positive stuff, man. Okay, quick housing district. I mean, the double heat is crazy. Look at this. You get like a cliffside view, man. People would pay extra for that type of real estate most of the time. Okay, speed it up. Shelter. Your population needs shelter to survive. If not provided, cold will rise. Shelter is mainly provided by housing districts, but remember, as other types of districts, it needs heat. If the heat is not fulfilled, cold will rise. Building housing districts close to each other can reduce their heat demand. Can we get some mixed-use zoning, please? You know, I was going to clown on you a little bit, even though you were telling a joke. But I love, you know, when they got the meme of like the cartoon rubbing his hands together, and it's like, when the function has activities. When the party has enrichment opportunities. That's me if I happen to be in a neighborhood. I'm like, when the apartment buildings have restaurants and stores on the ground floor. Rubbing my yellow leg. We've established some heat and shelter for our people. We must now turn our attention to the incoming whiteout. First, we must frost break the small patches of fertile soil. Then we must store it in depots and move quickly so no one starves. Huddle the camp close together, easier to trap the warmth. Sure. Okay, the food is... Where's my food at? Basement Jacks. Where's my food at? Hello, Sinvicta. Hello. Can I tell you something as well? Sorry, I got the game on pause right now. I understand how it goes, especially in the modern era. There's a lot of pressure to always go to the best restaurant. You can't just go out for Vietnamese. We got to go to the place that's got the best pho. You can't just go, oh, that Thai restaurant that used to be amazing, it's played out. Now we go to this Thai restaurant instead. There is a bliss and a comfort and a relaxation and an enlightenment to be found in just eating at a mid to pretty good restaurant in whatever neighborhood you happen to be in. Just eating whatever. You want Thai food? Walk down the boulevard, you see a Thai restaurant, try it out. Is it going to be the best Thai food you've ever had? Maybe not, but it might be. And also, you're supporting a local business and you're interfacing with the culture, man. I'm going to mid restaurants now and then, especially, dude. Like driving 30 minutes to a good restaurant, sure, it's not bad. But like driving 0 minutes to like a pretty good restaurant, that hits. That hits. Okay, frost break to fertile soil. 18 registered as sick. How many people do I even have, man? That's everybody. Oh, I have 3,000. Okay, that's a drop in the bucket. No disrespect. Where is fertile soil? It's hard to tell because everything's covered in snow. Frost break to fertile soil. Brother, I think you're in the wrong game if that's what you're trying to do. Oh no, we can see the nodes. Oh, okay. So we got a fertile soil over here and over here. I guess we can walk across that, right? That doesn't look too dangerous. And build a food district on fertile soil? How about that? Catch me outside, how about that? It's the most fertile snow we've got. So in this one, you don't just build around a giant reactor. Check it out. We're building around this train here. So we got a little heat being generated by this bad boy right here, which is keeping everybody happy, well, relatively speaking. As happy as you could expect given the circumstances. Hang on, squalor? Squalor means your citizens have to endure polluted air. Okay, listen, you can't make everybody happy. Squalor raises when there's not enough mats. It also increases disease and decreases population growth. Squalor also causes recurring events that damage random districts, indicated by the wear. The player needs to repair it at a cost of prefabs. You ever like read a tutorial like that and you're like, that's okay because that's just not going to happen to me anyway? That's how I feel about that. Is like, I'm pretty sure we're going to be fine. Look, people are loving housing. How we doing on Squalor? It's minor, but a little minor squalor. Nothing too severe. 2 registered as sick in a population of 3,000. I think that's a bonus, man. Now, these are incoming events. We secured our immediate survival. Now we have to stockpile as much food as we can before the whiteout forces us to take shelter. To do that, we need to produce more food than our current demand. Okay, stockpile 40,000 food. At present, we have 45. Okay, I know what we must. Now they're saying they've taught a man to fish. So what do we do after they teach us to fish? We go fishing. We build to another, go around that way, I guess. We build to another one, and then we get ready to build another food district there. And we'll see what this event is as it gets closer and closer to go. What's going to happen here? Resource deposit nearly depleted? I just built you like 2 weeks ago. You ran out of oil already? Against the elements, squalor. Each day the wind grows fiercer. Relentlessly, you okay, buddy? Relentlessly, it beats us against our buildings, weakening our structures gust by gust. The more we build, the more materials we'll need. Provide more materials to reduce squalor before it harms our people. I mean, we only have one community right now. Let's promise to gather more materials. And if we don't, well, life goes on, man. Hang on. We got to find a maintenance wagon. Build an extraction district on a maintenance wagon. Your prefabs. Your oil. Hi, Tomo. You promise? I'm going to try, man. I'm going to try. I just need to, first I need to find this maintenance wagon. You know how it is. Materials. Let's extract on a maintenance wagon. Is it possible that like one of you is a maintenance wagon? First, I've got to build a food district first. Don't get distracted. It's tough to be the mayor, man. You got to like do everything. Build that out. You saw it? You are not a maintenance wagon. It said maintenance wagon. Maintenance wagon! Oil wagon. Hi, Tomo. Maintenance wagon. Unknown. What's up? What's up, man? Maintenance wagon. Okay. Frost break. Take me one frost closer to the edge and I'm about to break. Yeah, he's chilling. We took him to the vet this weekend. It seems like it was just for a regular checkup. They seem good, just old. And then, like, listen, I'm not trying to knock veterinarians. I'm sure, I mean, you're doing medical work on like a different species. But he's like, it would be nice if you could get them to drink more water. And we're like, okay, do you have any like tips or tricks for that or what? And he's like, not really. We could like, he told us like one thing you can do is take food they like and then put water in it. So when they eat it, they get more water from their food. So Kate like put some water into their wet food and then they just looked at it and then they looked at each other and they walked away. They were like, nah, I'm not drinking this slop, man. So I'm like, I'm not really sure what we can do, man. I already got my wife brushing her teeth or brushing the cat's teeth like every night. Okay, hang on. I know we're not stockpiling food. I'm doing my best, okay? It's hard to be the mayor. I'm going to build an extraction depot on a maintenance wagon and extract enough materials to like meet our ever-growing needs or whatever. We got it under control. We got 44 weeks till the whiteout arrives, man. We're at a heat deficit. So what? No access to the... Can I demolish you and get some resources back? Yes, I can. That's nice then. We are stockpiling food. Stockpiling 37 a day. I don't know if that takes us to 40,000, but it's a start. Extract enough material. You know what? We already frost broke like all the way up here. We might as well keep it going. Did I frost break over here as well? I don't know. Can't recall. Stockpiles will be ready in 153 weeks at the current rate. I see your concern. I see your concern and I substitute my own. It's all right, we got 41 weeks left. What's going on here? Frank Kell, 42, gardener. His name is not Frank. We might not be able to fill food stockpiles without exceptional measures. Consider asking the wanderers to tighten their belts. No. We're not going to be doing that right now. That's not going to be necessary. I got a whole game plan going. My knees ache. I've lived a full life. It warms my heart to see little Betty and Jacob play by the evening fire, but maybe this is it. I've talked with the other elders. If it comes to it, we will go. I won't let my grandchildren starve. Okay, thanks for being a team player. I'm hoping it doesn't come down to that, but it's nice to know that it's nice to know we got some volunteers. Trust. Trust is located on the bottom of the screen. Trust. Yeah. Don't just wander out into the wilderness. Could you at least do some emergency shifts at the food district real quick? Might as well, you know. Instead of just like killing you, we could kind of like work you to death. Get 2 birds stoned at once. Trust shows how much confidence people have in you as the leader. It mainly consists of relations with all communities and factions. When your citizens get sick or die, it worsens your relations with every community. Levels of trust. Despised, tolerated, accepted, respected, revered. If your trust runs out and you become despised, they will want to depose you and you will lose. Okay, well, how we doing? Neutral. Trust, okay. That seems good, man. Neutral. Neutral's good. That's better than we're doing in a lot of parts of the world when it comes to like public opinion on their leaders, so I can take that. Neutral is bullish, man. Did I break to you? Because I'm worried that I'm building too much. And building too much increases demand for materials. But I guess if I'm building to get materials, then like, what do we care? We're chill. We're chill with it. I guess the workers are going to be mighty cold over there, but like, I guess I need a jacket. Maybe, what do you think about maybe getting like 1 more food district as well? They said it couldn't be done, but look at that. You need more oil too? All right. Say no more. I guess I am running at an oil deficit, and probably the winter time's not the best time to turn off your furnace, huh? Can you turn the elders into oil? Scientifically, yeah, but it would, I think it takes like a 10 million years or something. I don't have enough workforce to build anything else right now. That's my bad. I got too many mega projects going on. What's going on over here? Shocked at the sight of seals. Seals! I can't believe my eyes. We haven't seen them since before the Great Frost. There's enough meat here for everybody. But should we slay them if the Lord spared them from the end of the world too? I mean, we're going to eat the seals. I'm sorry to say it, but it's just one of those things that's got to be done. We're also going to build some oil extraction. We're also going to build some food extraction. And then do we have the workforce to do anything else? No, we don't. Okay, so well, we have the workforce to build an extraction district. I don't think that's what we're in the market for right now, though. Stockpile's ready in 65 weeks. Our oil demand is horrendous, man. Please? We're going to run out of oil, dude. It's because you keep building? It's got to be done! Lack of prefabs, no resources. Obtain more prefabs by building an extraction district on a construction wagon or demolishing districts and hubs. Hang on, what's going on over here? A mysterious symbol, the captain's legacy. Something that gives me prefabs. Something that gives me prefabs. One of our frost-breaking crew uncovered the frozen remains of a man in a tattered uniform. His shoulder patch reads New London Scouts, 3rd Platoon, and he bears an obscure insignia. Some of our elders claim it belongs to a military organization, while others argue it has a religious significance. Maybe you've heard of this New London before and can settle the debate? New London is a city of discipline that follows strong leadership and where militant squads keep the peace. New London is a city of devotion that established a new religion and follows the guidance of a zealous clergy. This will create a continuity in which New London has embraced faith to survive. Hello, Daniel. Dan, this is a serious question. Did you ever play Frostpunk 1? I thought you might have. 2019, 2020 was kind of like a different era. Maybe Meme Madness is more your speed. Thank you for the raid, by the way. Thank you. I did not. What's the first grade? It's a cold city builder where you build in a circle out from a furnace so that your citizens can be as close as possible to heat in a world where everything is like minus 50 degrees Celsius, which forces you to make tough choices, but gives you a sense of accomplishment when you complete it. By the way, exclamation point AMD, you can win an AMD Frostpunk 2 7700 XT video card by entering the giveaway. Thank you to AMD for the sponsorship and Frostpunk 2. Check it out with exclamation point Frostpunk 2. Thank you to 11-Bit Studios for the sponsorship. I don't recognize this symbol. Let's go with order over faith. I don't know. We'll see what kind of decisions that percolates out with. The whiteout draws near, a sacrifice. People in the camp are getting tense. They worry we won't gather enough food in time. Our hunters blame us for ignoring the seal colony and claim they would have been able to provide enough food for everyone. It's too late for that now. Many elders have volunteered to walk into the Frostland. The whiteout will arrive in 32 weeks. We have currently stockpiled 3,700 of 40,000 food. We will not be resorting to extremes. In the first whiteout, we're not going to do something like that. How much food? We're getting 82 food per day times 200 days. Okay, we gotta get these food districts pumping, man. We gotta get these food districts pumping. The math does not check out. I don't have enough population. I don't have enough prefabs. Prefabs. Okay, frost break. We don't have enough workforce. Okay, we're all gonna die. Okay, you're right. I'm sorry to have to do it. Wanderers, your belts have been tightened, okay? Surplus is 139 a day now. Kill the seals. I need to get to a certain degree of workforce first before I can kill the seals, unfortunately. We also need prefabs. The prefabs have got to come first, okay? So we can't even frost break because we need more workforce. Okay, we should have sent the elderly out. So this is what human civilization is hard, man. I need people, but to get the people, I gotta get the food, and I gotta get the food, but to get the food, I gotta have a workforce, but I don't have enough people. You know what? You're right. Emergency shifts. Take their scraps. Return their scraps. I don't know, we got problems. Optional, order emergency shifts. Optional, place a food district on the seal colony. We're actually so close though. Build food stockpile hubs to increase the stockpile capacity of food. Our food stores are almost full of food, but we still need more. Okay, guys, we gotta really start making some priorities here. I would like to. No, I don't need to demolish anything. That's a step too far. How if in theory I wanted to enact emergency shifts? How would I do this? Because it's got to be done. Have at least one food stockpile hub. Requires 37 more prefabs. Click on the district. And then emergency shifts. Trust falls slightly. I'm trying to think. If anything, where do we need the emergency shifts? Because if anything... Wait, whiteout arriving in 1 week? I thought it was like 37 weeks away! We may be about to lose the... It's not a tutorial, okay? It's a... it's a prologue. Stockpiles will be ready in 30 weeks. Those are rookie numbers. We got to pump those numbers up. Then, here's where we're stuck, okay? Batatao. Help me. We're making it. Help me. We need to get prefabs to do anything. But we need workforce to break to get to the prefabs. So, maybe deactivate a couple districts real quick. Hey! And then Frost, break yourself, fool, over to the prefabs. And then turn one of them back on. Temporary oil deficit, that's all right, because we just need more population. And then food stockpile, no, that's fine. You need prefabs for that, but we can build and exchange. I need more prefabs. I need 27 more prefabs. What do you do? Your food? You're an extraction district for iron? What do we care, man? Demolish it. Food stockpile is full. There's an order to things. We can't build a food stockpile until we get more prefabs, okay? No, that was not my prefabs. That was Matt's. We now build an extraction district right here. Probably that allows you to turn this back on because we just demolished the factory. And now we're back. You're going to start generating from some prefabs for me, which will then allow me to purchase a food stockpile hub. So just chill. Food stockpile hub full. I know the food stockpile hub is full, man. I know, okay? Prefabs. We get 20 a week. You're right. You guys don't have to be on emergency shifts anymore. Go back to your homes. Tighten your belts. It's going to be a little touch and go, okay? 20 sick people have returned to work. That's good, right? In a way. Come on, just need 80 prefabs. 80 prefabs. Come on, 80 prefabs. Food stockpile hub. Right there. Far away from all the food districts, but close to the houses. Stockpile's ready in 30 weeks. You already know the vibe. Get ready, boys. Emergency shifts. Emergency shifts. Emergency shifts. Emergency shift for you real quick. And what's going on here? No longer trusted. Trust in your leadership has fallen. Don't worry about that. Once we get to the whiteout, that's all gonna come out. Stockpile's ready in 22 weeks. I have an idea. 200 more workforce. Prefabs are pumping though. Okay. Turn off the oil extraction. Build a food district right here. Right here. We just need, what do we need? 54 more prefabs. We wait on it. Just chill. 20 weeks. We're getting there, boys. We're getting there. Build. Food. 14 more prefabs. Your whole town's about to die. It's not a town. This is the world. Just so you know. Excuse me. I'd like to build a food district on top of the seals. I'd like to build a food district right here. Like, I can't frost break to get to it. I'd like, requires 50 more workforce because people got sick. All right, boys. Well, in that case, turn on the factories. Food stockpile hub is full again. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. All right, all right. I think we could have done worse. Prologue complete. Chaos and starvation. The wanderers did not survive, perhaps in another life. We go again, man. We go again. That's the thing. Also, the other thing is Frostpunk is not... I wouldn't always think of it like there's scenarios that you're trying to beat. It's not so much like just build a utopia, you know? It's more like you live and you learn. Let's load up a new story and start with the prologue again. Yeah, it's got kind of like a Darkest Dungeon sort of bit to it. You die, you learn. This time, we'll do better. And you'll get better every time. And unlike a MOBA, where when you get better, your reward is going up against better people and having the exact same win rate, we can genuinely do better because we're competing against the same kind of constraints. All right, fight the cold. I know exactly what to do here, man. Frost break to an oil wagon. Step 1. Get to multiple resources with a single frost break. Now that is already efficiency, man. And we can go on speed 2. Following this, we will construct an extraction district on the oil. Oops. Construct an extraction district on the oil. Huge. And then turn on the furnace. We can just turn it on. No, we can't, because well, we have to wait for it to be built. Nah, well, I'm gonna follow the tutorial though. We could do more, but let's not get out ahead of ourselves, okay? Oh, you know what? Just follow it, man. Just follow. Oil. I see. Turn it on. Okay, we're at peak efficiency right now. Next step. The furnace is on. We have enough oil. We need prefabs. Frost break to a construction wagon. One step ahead of you. Construct districts. Extraction district. Connect them. Maybe they'll stay warmer as a result of that connection. 11-bit studios. Can I get a confirmation check on that? Maybe a yes, maybe a no. And then frost break in an area around the train to minimize the heating costs. Or the heat usage. And build a housing district. Maybe like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's where you want to live, right there. That's the cream of the crop. You're right next to the locomotive. That's where the court jester gets to live. Frostua? Yes, man. Yes. And I need a second one as well. You're about to get built. I need a second one as well. A second housing district. I'll just second burst same as the first, brother. Just build it out like here. Now, you don't really want to live on the outskirts, I suppose, but it is what it is. It does look a little bit like Tirana. I'm not going to disagree with you on that one. Where's the Chapel Rowan concert? Air Canada, it's not called that anymore, right? Scotiabank Center? BIP Daniel, did you see the tweet? Maybe you did. It said that it got served to me by my algorithm, presumably because I'm Canadian. It said Toronto is not a serious city. And it was a picture taken POV. You're in somebody's car in Toronto. And the road, every single lane had, I would say, 100 traffic cones in it instead of lines. And it was like a maze to try to get to where you were trying to go. Like, I've never seen anything like it in my entire life. It looked like they took all the lines off the road and replaced the lines with traffic cones. But then also there were like natural bends in the cones. It looked like something you would pay like $5 to do at the fair. Like, here's your obstacle course. It was like a fun house or something. Sick and injured, not even sweating it. Second housing district almost complete already. Okay, we gain access to food. Okay, this is what it's all about. This is where we gotta chill, okay? Put it on speed 0, frost break, and we know that we wanna get to food, but we also really wanna get to the seals. Rip to the seals, but we're built different. So we'll frost break down here. I can sense that NL's wearing a chain bracelet. What the heck? Just because I wear it every day? Do you have ESP? Next you're going to tell me I got boxer briefs on. I'm in your walls. Okay, food district. This time, no emergency rations required. You know what? While we're here, give me another frost break. Oh, to the seals, no less. Build a food district on fertile soil. Incoming. I'm not going too fast. I'm going slow and methodical because there's always more opportunities to learn, man. NL talking about his underwear is going to make me not want to buy Frostpunk 2. I'm not wearing any underwear, so it's not a problem, okay? It's not a problem. Whew, dodge that one. Sponsored DM incoming. 5 question marks. What? You knew what you were getting into. Great, we're loving life. Everybody's doing good. 70 weeks till the whiteout arrives. Winnipeg Jets fans when the off season starts. I'll tell you right off the bat, man. I'm just going to make another food district right there. Seal Town. Why be a streamer if you don't go pantsless? I'll just level with you. I feel most comfortable wearing like casual clothes. I don't think that's rare. But the number of people who say they're most comfortable nude or like just in their underwear, I disagree. Even the bed, I wear a t-shirt and underwear. That's my combination. I'm rocking the Sigourney Weaver fit. Not naked, because I mean, again, I'm not trying to make it weird, but I feel like you kind of want like a protective layer in that area. I think it gives you like torsion resistance. It makes it harder for like spiders to crawl on your undercarriage and stuff like that. Plus, it probably keeps your bed cleaner, if I had to guess. And then like out, like if I'm in my office, I like a t-shirt or a long sleeve and some real pants. Like even sweatpants I just find like a little too casual. That's for like after workout recovery. And socks. I need the socks. I don't know what it is, but if I don't have the socks on, the work I'm doing is not serious. If my feet are out, like, it just doesn't feel right. Okay, hang on. We're stockpiling food. Well, we're not stockpiling food. We're about to stockpile food when this gets built, so don't even worry about that. In fact, is there any chance that perhaps I could build a food stockpile hub? I just don't want to get low on the prefabs, but we could always... Well, you know what we should do? Let's frost break ourselves a little bit out here to get to the prefabs. The prefabs are what you need to continue making progress. So start with that. Prefab south by the seals too. Like, oh, right there, I see. Oh, that's probably way closer. It's way closer. Alas. Do you have the indomitable human spirit to survive this IRL? The thing is, I don't think you know, man. I don't think you know until you're in it, personally. I would think, like, nah. But maybe because I'm conditioned by the relatively soft lifestyle I'm leading right now. But who knows? There might be some, you know, genes that only get expressed if you're in a condition like this that could change you. It's one of the things about human beings, right? Like they're so adaptable. I bet if we had like an apocalypse and you asked people like 10 years after the apocalypse, when the standard of living was way lower, I bet they'd be like, you know, things are worse, but I'm roughly like as happy as I was back in 2024 watching Love is Blind. These are mats. I'm not a clever man. These are the prefabs. This is what we need. Good thing I got the eyes of a much younger man. We have 310. We're making 20 of them a week. Okay. I'm thinking, are you addicted to Love is Blind? Nah, man. I don't watch it. And if you watch it, that's great. I'm not insulting you by any stretch of the imagination. I think Netflix lost themselves at some point. My caricature of Netflix is that they produce reality shows that get a lot of viewers and don't cost a lot of money and add nothing to the culture, which is fine. I've watched some 90 Day Fiancé in my life. And then like Tiger King irreparably ruined the data-driven creative decisions that they make, because now it seems like the only original content they make is, apart from the reality shows where people try not to kiss and then they kiss, is like a crime happened, let's turn it into a 12-episode documentary series. And they don't have the juice that they used to have, man. In my personal opinion, I'd rather be playing Frostpunk 2, which is why I'm doing that right now. Okay, we don't need emergency shifts yet. This one's not happening. You just simmer. I've got it. There's a whole methodology happening here, okay? You always need to construct an extraction district to get the prefabs. Then stockpile is going to be ready in 76 weeks. Okay, so we got work to do. Let's build a food district here and get out in front of this. Takes 30 scraps. You know what? We're going to need some mats in addition to this, but it's all about striking a balance, okay? And I think we're striking a better balance than last time. Seals. I know, brother. That's why we've been working with them. Hunt sparingly and we'll have seal forever. That's the spirit. Now you're about to dwindle, right? That's all right. We'll get a nice prefab bonus off of you. A mysterious symbol. It symbolizes order. We don't need the emergency shifts yet, okay? Because it's going to undermine the populace in us, okay? It's going to undermine the populace's trust. Just chill. I've learned from my mistakes, okay? This is like Edge of Tomorrow, but instead of killing aliens, we're surviving in a post-apocalyptic environment. We are going to need to extract some mats. That's a given. Now I haven't decided if we're going to prioritize you. I kind of feel like we might want to get this other food node popping first. Stockpile ready in 73 weeks. I want to see how it changes once they start working. Stockpile ready in 44 weeks. That's why you get NL for the sponsored stream. He's not afraid to turn around and give it one more try. Squalor. Don't worry, I'm literally gathering more mats as we speak. Build an extraction district on a maintenance wagon. Yeah, you got nothing to worry about. And I don't think we need to instruct our wanderers to tighten their belts either. You know what we need to do? We need to build a food stockpile hub. Because each one only gives you like 10,000, I think. And we don't need to build another food district yet. 44 weeks for the food stockpile? It took you 44 weeks to fill me up? Okay, we got oil related problems for sure, but there's an oil node right here. And honestly, I'm not even sweating the oil problems right now, because oil still pumps when it's cold outside, right? People can still work. They're not saying you got to stockpile oil. Makes sense to me. Stockpile's ready in 41 weeks. And we're going to maintain our infrastructure. Look at this. Some mats for Squalor would go crazy. Look at that. Problem solved. Trust improved. And I haven't even had to ask them to tighten their belts, man. Look at this. Everyone's just living their daily lives now. 2 food stockpiles. So we can stockpile 10,000 like in the train. And we have 2 depots. So we got enough, man. I'm on speed 1. Those are rookie numbers. Let's pump those up. Okay. Treya Cleghorn, don't even worry about it. The elders in this society have a valuable role passing on wisdom to the children, which the children choose to ignore. They say, you were born 60 years ago. What do you know about anything, Grandma? The world has changed entirely since then. Then they derive the exact same lessons themselves, having paid the emotional cost that their elders paid as well. It's the way of the world, man. It's the way of the world. And the oaks have formed a union. And the oaks have shaved their heads. Do, 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 do. Sponsor DM 5 question marks. It's a Rush lyric. It's the trouble with the maples. And we quite believe they're right. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite Rush song. I'll be honest with you. It's not on the Peloton playlist. I'm gonna try to get an equilibrium of oil, because this one just went out of business. Do me a favor. Due to cold, some of our people have frozen to death. I don't want to be glib. Could you just go to the... Did you just get closer to the train? Colder season, heat demand is increased. Okay, so we do need more oil. That's a given. Stockpiles are ready in 29 weeks. I mean, we're doing much better than last time. There's oil right here as well. What a dream come true. Wait, what's this? Trust and relations fall every time people die. Literally, you're blaming the mayor for something that's not my fault. I built warm houses. It's not my fault. They, I don't know, unzipped their coat to look cool. I don't know what happened, okay? You don't want to bury people in the permafrost, just FYI. Is that like related to like drinking the glacier water or something, where everyone is like Ludacris is going to end up incubating the next xenomorph because he was drinking from water that had been ice for like 15,000 years or something like that? Luda! Yeah, Ludacris is going to become the thing. That's sick for him. He was kind of the thing back in like 04, 05 too. Picture perfect. You might want to take a flick, 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 flick. I know what you're talking about. Rock me mama like an oil wagon wheel. We're still at a huge oil deficit. Do me a favor. Augment that with another refinery. You're out of prefab soon? Oh no. It's all right. We're got an incredible surplus, man. Put the kids to work? Honestly, you're going to think that I'm putting on airs, but I actually think that given the circumstances, we're living pretty close to like an idyllic society right now. We have no need to lower the quality of life of our citizenry just to get a couple numbers pumped up. There's no reason for it right now. Now, I will say, with the amount of resources that we have here, oh, never mind, the workforce is a little bit tapped right now. That's all right. Sometimes the best thing to do is just simmer, just wait. I was just going to say, this factory is going to be running out soon. That gives us more workforce. Stockpiles ready in 17 weeks. The whiteouts in 31 weeks. People are not getting sick anymore. Never mind. 331 available workforce. We got enough food. We're at equilibrium for oil. Drill, baby, drill. We don't need any more food. I can't believe I'm saying it. We don't need any more food. If anything, build an extraction district here and get me some more mats. I don't know who the last mayor was, but that guy didn't know what he was talking about, because we're popping off now. You are in good hands in this administration. The whiteout draws near. Brother, I'm just going to level with you. We don't even need to slaughter the seals. We don't resort to extremes. We're not killing the seal population, like eliminating the seal population, because then we won't have any more seals for the next whiteout, man. We're doing just fine here. We're making it. We're getting the food stockpiles full like 3 months early. Do the optional quests? No, they make people upset with us. What do you make food? That should be fine. Everything's going great, man. We did it! Our workers will make some last-minute preparations before the storm arrives. We should try to keep our people warm for this time. We will survive. They basically said, like, congratulations. It took you 2 tries, but you finally beat the tutorial. Yeah! I knew it, man. Whiteout arriving in 5 weeks. Live your life, man. Just, I don't know, go on vacation, go on sabbatical. The whiteout is here. The preparations are over. Honestly, this is nice. This is like, it's the holiday season. Get inside, get cozy, have some hot chocolate. We're in a little bit of an oil deficit, but I only have the resources that they gave me on the tutorial map. Against all odds, the Wanderer's survival. When the whiteout hit the camp, the Wanderers were ready. Everyone was thankful we acted fast and gathered enough food in time. The miracle of the seal colony strengthened our hope that our journey will lead to a promised land. Our elders have added to this story about our great tales alongside warnings about a sinful city that still pumps smoke into the sky. Oh, my gamer score? Ensure the Wanderer's survival and don't send the elders out and don't slaughter the seals. By the way, as we move on to the first non-prologue story scenario, thank you again to AMD, AMD. Win yourself a limited edition Frostpunk 2 7700 XT GPU, AMD for the link to enter the contest. And thank you to 11-Bit Studios for giving me the opportunity to play Frostpunk 2 and sponsoring this segment, Frostpunk. To check it out for yourself. Holy, man. The credits drop? That's what my city looked like at the end of Frostpunk 1. The old captain is dead. New London is weak. Food is low. Overpopulation looms. Coal is running out. People yearn for a future worth dreaming of. But is it the same future for all? Keep the city together. Blood is fuel, hell is full. What is that from? Is that Doom? Is it Mad Max? Ultra Kill. Chapter 1, Scraping the Barrel. The captain is dead. As he weakened, growing divisions brought city maintenance to a grinding halt. Now New London is left to suffer the consequences. As steward, it is your charge to lead, but you must prove yourself. The overcrowded city is low on resources. Use this warmer year to build more shelter, secure coal, and power the generator back on. Okay. And we got multiple factions to concern ourselves with here as well. We got the Frostlands of 3,400 people. They're neutral. Can I just say I love a strategy game that has like board game DNA? All the factions have like a button consisting of an action that has like a benefit and a cost. That's very like, very board game coded. You get 207 heat stamps. You lose 207 heat stamps, but you improve your relationship. Or you can raise funds. Gain 207 heat stamps, but lower the relationship. We got notable amounts of tension. Greatly increased by fear of running out of coal. And notable cold. The stalwarts, they like us. There's 950 of them. That's not as many as the Frostlanders, but that's okay. Progress for the glory of New London. Merit forges the strongest reason for order. Mobilize enforcers. Fund projects. Publicly announce your support for this faction. They will gain members and potentially secure additional seats in the council. Okay, how about new Londoners. That's like 45% of the community right here. Through technological progress, New London will survive. Okay, let's do what they're asking of me, okay? It's the frost apocalypse. I know, they shouldn't be scared by notable cold, man. In my opinion, it's January 1916 after the Ice Age hit. What do you want me to do? I'm not like the god of the sun. I'm doing the best I can. Frost break to a shallow coal seam and construct an extraction district. Okay, frost break to a shallow coal seam. Right there. Right there. And you know what? There's 2 of them. We learned a valuable lesson without having to be explicitly taught it last time. The other things you need, you always need prefabs, man. You always need prefabs. These ones look to be closer to me. I'm a Siptua. By all means, man. By all means. Construct new housing districts to address the lack of shelter. Okay, well, let's take a look at that first. Housing Research Institute, Council Hall. Sorry, I need a district, not a building. Housing district demands 40 heat. That's a problem for a guy like me. Look at this zone. Dude, this zone's kind of sick, though. Sheltered from the wind. This is prime real estate right here. Launch it. Oh, there's 6. That's right. I mean, not all of it is prime real estate, but some of it is prime real estate. I like how they use the natural features of the environment. You don't want to have to live on the hill, though. That's a problem. Okay, and then let it go. Let them do their work. I have entered the AMD giveaway. Please wish me luck. You have my blessing equally with everybody else in my chat. I feel like a convenience store owner that's trying to sell the winning lottery ticket. I'm not asking you to pay it forward if you win. I'm just hoping that like it glazes our store a little bit. Irrational people will think our store is lucky, and that will reflect positively on the books eventually. Heat stamps are a stockpilable resource that can be spent on frost breaking, construction, or using specific actions. You collect it weekly. The bigger the community, the more they contribute. So you may want to keep the populace on your side. Okay. Heat stamps income can be increased by satisfying goods demand. It can be modified by laws and buildings. You can also request or donate them to specific factions. I understand. I do understand. I understand, okay? We need to build an extraction district on our shallow coal seams. Oh, 2 for the price of 1? I don't know if I have enough space to construct over here then. It's okay. Housing districts still being built. Expanding districts. Expand districts to increase their scale. They're more efficient and provide additional building slots. Hey, Poop Ghost, thanks for the gifted subscriptions. Thank you. Expanded districts are more efficient and provide building slots. Select a district to open its panel and click the expand button. Then select new tiles around the district to start the expansion. If there's not enough tiles, it can't be expanded. You need to expand a housing district to construct a building inside of it. Okay, I'm hoping it's going to give me a tutorial there so that I have a little bit more guidance, I suppose. I mean, we just read the tutorial, but I mean an objective, I guess. Okay, generator, turn on. Good work, steward. We have secured a new coal deposit. It's part of the last vein in New London. They won't last long. We'll need to improve our mining to use it efficiently, but the communities are voicing different ideas about how to do it. We need to decide whose ideas are worth pursuing. Expand. That's what I'm looking for. Dude, I'm loving the little hanger back walkers here. The Beatles, if they played Magic the Gathering. Hang her back, walk, hang her back. Dear Planeswalker or Thopter, have you read my card? It costs XX to cast, but it's got great rewards. It's played in a deck that is red and blue, and it's used as a hanger back walker. Hanger back walker. Yeah, I played Magic Origins, or was it Origins like 2016, something like that? 5 question marks from the sponsor. You know what you're getting into, okay? Sorry. It's a good card, man, to put in a Thopter deck. You wouldn't understand. Expand an existing housing district. All right, well, let's click on a housing district, like perhaps the one I just built. I don't know if I got the tiles necessary to expand it, though. How much do you need from me? Not enough tiles to finish the district. Okay. In that case, how about this one? Expand me. We will call it Cool Hills. It will be called Cool Hills. And then build a research...
The steward appreciates all your adoring letters and will answer personally in due time.
They said God's away on business. You can leave a message after the beep. Okay, having expanded this, now we can build a building. A research institute, pop that bad boy down right on the Cool Hills. Research an idea for new coal mines, and then construct a newly researched building in the extraction district. So do you have a building space? They do, okay. Then we have nothing to fear, man. Look, we're at equilibrium on oil. Coal, we're at -10. Shelter could be better. Food could be better. Materials could be better. But like, I'm just doing what they tell me to do for now, okay? Speed me up a touch. We can now research new ideas. Hang on, we got some events. The generator wakes, a child is born. Lightning crashes. People gather around the generator tower as it wakes with a thundering shudder and bestows heat on us again. This is the heart of our city. Steward, there are a couple who says their first child was born at the exact moment the generator sprang to life. They called her Lily May. They ask that you bless her. Sure, why not? May your life be warm and the wind spare your paths. Don't cost nothing to be nice. The communities of New London have different perspectives. Show me our options. All right. Finally, we get an opportunity. Lily May here. Yes, dude, I see what you're doing there. Lily May here with OxyClean. Different communities may propose diverging answers to the same issue. They will only pursue solutions that align with their worldview. Choosing a community to develop an idea will improve your relations with that community. Okay, let's go with coal mines because they told us to. Frostlanders, 43% of the city. We can mine more coal. What have I done? We can mine more coal dust. Disease is increased. Demand for materials is increased. But we get more coal output. Okay. How about the New Londoners, which are 45% of the city, said, let's do a blasting coal mine. It's way more demand, but also proportionally more output. But it increases squalor instead of disease. And the stalwarts, who are only 12% of the city, said, guess what? Oh, they're actually 57% of the city, because these guys are aligned, say we should go with this second option here. You know what? 50. Who am I to argue with the democracy? I will research that idea. And then construct the newly researched building in the extraction district. Have I done it? My research is down here. Holy cow, 10 weeks, 3 days left, man. That's That's a tall order for a guy like me. Six registered as sick. I'm tempted to try to get some more resources, but again, I'm just trying to follow my objectives for now. Because last time I think I was doing too much and I got myself into trouble.
Damages to the nearest maintenance office.
77%. Take forever, man. Take forever with the order. Oh, excuse me. Admiring the generator. It's good to have you back, old chap. It was a terrible fright to have you switched off. You're more than just a heat source to us, you know. The generator is revered and respected by the stalwarts. That makes sense. They're forming a religion around a boiler. Everybody's gangster till their boiler explodes in the middle of the night, man. Then all of a sudden you're reduced to a caveman's existence pretty quick. Don't you live in the basement? I know all about the boiler, man. I know the switch that turns it on and off. I know that when we had our house inspected, he was like, you guys really need to like redo the ceiling on this boiler. Otherwise it's going to spew carbon monoxide into your house. So we got that sorted right away before we moved in. That was priority number one for sure. Get it twisted. You should have your home inspected before you move in, probably. Blasting coal mine. Let's construct it. We tank those. Zeitgeist, city direction. You can monitor the zeitgeist of your city in the bottom left corner of the screen. Zeitgeist means spirit of time and describes the direction of your city on 3 axes: technology, economy, and society. Progress and adaptation. We will build machines to carve our place in the ice. We'll improve ourselves with technology. We will rip resources from the earth to sustain everyone. We will bend nature to our will, and we will thrive. Fighting against the cold is futile. We will not give in to the hubris of machines. The frost makes our steel brittle. We will adapt. I live in a progress world, but I think I'm an adaptation Andy, and I'm not talking about Spike Jonze. I think we're probably lucky that like people like me weren't the leaders of society ancestrally. Like I think I'm the kind of guy you might like to have me as a leader when you're alive, but you definitely don't want me to have been the leader like 100 years before you were alive. Because there's a big part of me that's like, didn't all our ancestors work this hard so that we could just have some time to chill? Maybe it's time to stop paying it forward and it's time to start reaping the rewards of those dividends, man. Exactly. Cheers, brother. Beer is the mind chiller. But I don't know about that. The progress side is okay as well, as long as the progress isn't like, you know, here's an AI chatbot so you're not so lonely. No disrespect. Like medicine, that's like a great progress for sure. You mean Librarian's wife? She's real, man. She just couldn't go on the hike with Librarian because she was... You know how it is. God gives his sleepiest brains to his hottest wives. Please stop. I wasn't the first scientist to discover that the hottest women are the sleepiest, okay? I discovered that the same way everyone else did from a viral tweet. A place to settle our differences. With the new mine, the impending doom of depleting coal is postponed. Yet differences between communities remain. The weakening captain wanted to establish a council to settle them, but he didn't live to see it through. Brand the broken, that sounds good. The first decision, whether you continue to lead the city. We need a council. The steward reactivated the generator and got us housing. That gets my vote. Yeah, bro, thank you. The captain is dead. Why should he get a say in his successor? Bro, I've been the leader for 6 months. You got new houses. I built a university. we did a scientific breakthrough on how to increase our coal production. Like, I should at least, this is like a George Washington type situation. Who else should be your first president? But then the guy who like was the general in the American Revolution, man. Build the council hall. Okay, give me a second here. Construct buildings. Council hall. Right there. You gotta put it close to the generator. Why? Because that's my office. We'd be silly if we didn't put it there. And then pass the vote of confidence. Enough debating. Let's set up the council and put the stewardship to a vote. Council hall when Council Oates walks into the room. Yes, dude, yes. We could use some more food, but they're not telling me to get some more food yet. And I'm a great follower of directions. Because I don't want to build food and then they're like, surprise, you need the prefabs for something else. I'm not that type of beast, to be honest with you. Sign of a good leader. The council gathers for the first time. We can vote on new laws. New laws! Anticipation fills the air as the council opens. The stalwarts maintained order on behalf of the captain and adhered to what they claim was his vision for New London. Progress, merit, and reason. The New Londoners and Frostlanders clash over the survival strategy, though neither has a firm stance on economic or social issues. Okay. Based on your handling of the coal crisis, the first decision is whether you should maintain your role as steward. I open the session. Holy cow, they spared no expense with the building, man. When you return to the council in the future, you will be able to propose new laws to vote upon. But for now, a special vote needs to happen. The communities of New London have to accept you as their leader. Be careful. If you fail, this will be the end of your rule. Okay. Voting is in 10 weeks. People are presently divided. I know you can't see. There's 4 against. There's like 4 people against. There's 22 in favor of keeping me on. And there's 74 people who are presently undecided. Negotiate with delegates and try to influence the way they vote. Let's interface with some mechanics, man. Stalwarts are 4. Frostlanders and New Londoners are open to negotiate. We don't need the Frostlanders, we only need one faction, okay? Let's go with the let's do a little tit for tat, okay? We went in favor of progress for coal, so let's go with the Luddites for this one. Negotiate. My terms, please vote for the law and their terms. To protect worker health, workplaces must adapt working hours to the weather conditions. That's not going to happen. Research building a gleaning harvester hangar. Aerodrome from which harvesters are dispatched to the Frostland to make sure every last bit of food is extracted and brought for sorting in dedicated grading rooms. That sounds like a win-win, man. Or research a logistics bay. Let's go for the food, dude. Let's go for the food. We need food anyway. This will give us 55 in favor and 3 against. I accept your terms, and I would love to vote. $51 required. We get 55. We get 77. Let's go, boys. They love me. That's like, that's Reagan versus Mondale, dude. That's a big win. A steward you shall remain. Expanding coal extraction is a great success, but the vein will only last so long. We need a permanent source of fuel. Okay, now if you'll excuse me, I have to do something that's rare for politicians these days. I have to keep my campaign promise. I would love to, you don't need to rush researchers. If you could just do me a favor and research what they want me to research. which is harvester hangars. Get that going. Build a logistics district on an old way station and find a permanent source of fuel outside of the city. Okay, a logistics district on an old way station. Let me take a peek at the districts here. Logistics. Send charting expeditions to the Frostland and transports resources between the city and its colonies. Guess we're doing colonies now. I would, the way state, I remember the balloons, man. But how do we know what an old way station is? Because the balloons were like, or maybe maybe they're just celebrating. I don't want to build it and then they're like, that wasn't an old way station. You know what I mean? I'm just asking for, it's a clarifying question here. When mommy gets you the Waystation 6 for Christmas, with the 3D printer, with the infinite filament. All right. Simply put, nobody answered my question, so the game isn't out yet, we don't know. But if you had to guess, but perhaps over here, exposed to the wind, what is this? What are you? What are you, man? What are you? Hang on. Old way station! Brother, that's a long trip out there. Alas, we have no... We have to... Well... Yeah, it's probably roughly as close as this one. There's a closer one. You think this one's closer? There's one over there. I mean, they're all going to be at the edge, I guess. I guess that one is a lot closer. And it's got good resources on the way. Infinite supply of wood, but you need a deep melting drill. West also gives you the opportunity to secure more food. You know what? This is why we're democracy posting. And then we go back, Jack, and we do it again. We got to wait for that one to finish, I think, though. Collect wood. Yes, man. Collect wood. I know exactly what you're talking about. That, and then... I mean, you know, while we're here, who knows? Maybe we get the tiles around it because we may want to expand the building later. Again, I feel like our food is not really decaying. So I'm not going to build food until they tell me to build food. Because if I get out in front of myself, then we might not have the resources necessary to pass this story mode, okay? You got to chill on this one. Council in recess. Typical government. Take one vote in 10 minutes. Oh, we're on vacation for 6 weeks. Makes me sick. It's the easiest +2s of all time. Old way station. Okay, build a logistics district. Beautiful. And then find a permanent source of fuel outside of the city. Says Mr. Disneyland. Hey, this isn't about me, okay? This is about the clowns in... And then we're going to use generative AI to... Plus your browser history to figure out where you live. And then we're going to insert the name of the capital city where the government sits in your country. So if you are watching this in Hungary, you're going to lose your mind. You're going to be like, oh my God, how did he know that I live in Budapest? I didn't, baby. For me, it said Ottawa. Or Victoria. We do have an election coming up in like a month, I think. But they haven't dropped the writ yet, right? So I'm not trying to get into it. I'm just... I'm getting the, like, here's your pre-registration in the mail, but I didn't even know that they called the election yet. I know in the U.S., you know, like 4 years in advance of when like the election is going to be. So people start campaigning the day after the previous election ends. Sometimes in Canada, you're literally like, surprise, buddy, there's an election next week. And you're like, oh, really? Let's do it. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Exploration. Launch expeditions to discover locations of interest and resources. You can select territories to explore by clicking their names. You need to allocate a certain number of Frostland teams, which are sourced from the logistics district. They have different difficulties that affect the cost, time, and threat level. Open is fast and safe. Rugged takes more time and has an increased threat level. Challenging is time-consuming, has the highest threat level and highest costs of Frostland teams, and blocked is impossible. Safe won't result in any injuries or casualties. Dangerous will result in some injuries. Deadly will result in some deaths. The number of people affected may differ every time, though. The threat level can be reduced by researching new exploration methods. Okay, well, I see what you're saying. You can't break an omelet without baking a few eggs. Frozen Bay, the foothills, the gorge, or the highlands. Well, let's take a peek. We could possibly find people in the Frozen Bay, and in the foothills, we could find prefabs, cores, and Frostland dwellers. There might be leftover coal there. Threat level dangerous, can't even be done. Threat level dangerous, can't even be done. Okay, take me to the foothills. We needed coal. Launch it. And then bring me back to New London. Trail construction. Find a permanent source of fuel outside of the city. Okay.
Logistic district operational. First expedition.
Foothills seem right. That's the move. Tavern's the move. By the way, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention it. Exclamation point AMD. Enter the giveaway for a chance to win a limited edition Frostpunk 2 7700 XT GPU. Thank you to AMD for sponsoring the stream. And exclamation point Frostpunk. Frostpunk 2, you can get more information on the game that we're playing right now by typing that into chat, exclamation point Frostpunk, clicking the link, checking it out for yourself. I played a lot of Frostpunk 1, and I'm right back in with laser focus and occasional Beatles references in Frostpunk 2. Thank you to 11-Bit Studios for sponsoring this segment as well. Okay, the Frostlanders love us. Trust rises. Our approval is at levels heretofore never seen. The research that I just did, if I click on that, no one else shares this idea. Yeah, but 43% of the city loved it, man. Aerodrome from... Is this a building that I can then put in a food district? Change community to see other answers to this question. Interesting. Interesting. Let me look at my districts real quick. Maybe we don't have a food district yet. It gets constructed in the logistics district. Wait a sec. Well, let me toy with it a little bit then. Aerodrome from which harvesters are dispatched to the Frostland to make sure every last bit of food is brought in. It gives us 20% harvesting efficiency. The only reason I'm not going to build it is because it's not an objective for us right now. Otherwise, I could be persuaded. Council, a new law available? Okay. Propose a law. Maybe I should move myself after all this time. Well, I don't know if maybe this isn't a good place for it either, but propose a law. Survival, city, society, or rule. I feel like this is like Maslow's hierarchy of needs. You start with survival, man. Food additives, foraged additives, which will provide some food, or chemical additives, which will increase efficiency but increase disease, or goods. Goods demand per capita is slightly decreased. Yeah, I'm telling you right off the bat, I'm proposing. People are very divided on durable goods. People are mostly for mass-produced goods, but I feel like as population grows, you would love to have goods demand per capita slightly decreased, man. But we got to do some lobbying here. There's a little quid pro quo, right? Because I got to negotiate with, it looks like our vote is going to be accepted, but it's a close one. I think you got to negotiate a little bit with the stalwarts. They won't negotiate. It's against their worldview. All right, well, guess what, you stubborn so-and-sos? There's literally only 12 of you, so what do I care? The New Londoners, at least they respond to reason, man. I would like you to vote for this law. We could enact a city development effort. Main district produces a small amount of prefabs. I would love to do that. I would love to do that. We could also research a mechanical factory or research a mechanized sawmill. I mean, it might take us another 10 weeks to get this done, to be honest with you, but I would happily do that. I would happily do it, as long as you don't feel like I betrayed you because I can't pass it quickly. Okay. Honestly, stalwarts get blown out. Durable goods has been enacted. I love that. Now people don't want as much goods. Production will slow if we make goods like this. Yeah, bro, but then you won't need to buy new shoes every 6 months. You can buy one pair of shoes and wear it for a decade. You don't need to buy a new pair of shoes every season. The steward promised them some nonsense. What do you, some nonsense? We're making prefabs in the city. I have to wait 8 weeks though. How long is this gonna? I got 38 weeks to do it. Okay, we got nothing to worry about. We got nothing to worry about. Are you guys doing anything, by the way? Are you doing anything in the logistics? Oh, you're out here. Okay, you're out here. We can speed up time a little bit. Left alt for the economy overview. All right, all right. We're just simmering. It is about to get colder. Few sick individuals, but nothing too crazy. Sue Miller, street urchin. Cindy's pa went and got her a governess, like she's going to be a duchess or something. Not on our watch. We roughed up the little so-and-so, all right. The lack of a law regulating childhood is causing tension to rise throughout the city. It's a good point. So the kids need to have some idle hands are the devil's plaything. I see what you're saying. Send them into the mines. I know exactly what you're saying. Unfortunately, the next law, I need to do some quid pro quo to give us some prefabs. So we're going to simmer on that. Take me back to the council. We would like to propose a city law that everyone must support the production of prefabs. And you know what? People love it. People that like I would have happily cast this for free, man. But look at this. We got something out of it. That's how you politic, man. Never let a crisis go to waste. We'll just vote right off the bat. There's no question. This is passing in a landslide.
The votes
68-4.
The measure passes.
Relations with New Londoners improve. Trust rises. They love me, man. They love me. Overall trust respected. Look at this. Let me take a peek at this. Everyone, I'm ruling very well right now. We have neutral relations with the Frostlanders. The stalwarts still love us. The Londoners are still neutral. But I just did one thing you asked me for. Please build food. So here's, I'm an astute gamer. Here's one thing I've noticed. Our food and shelter materials and goods are essentially frozen for this scenario. So I'm just walking myself through the objectives. In a more sandbox type environment, I'm with you. You always need to be getting more resources. But then your resources give you more population, and then your population wants you to get more resources. You got to expand out a little bit more. And For now, I'm taking it slow. I'm letting the game hold my hand and give me some guidance. The jettisoned secondary engine of a dreadnought. Yo, from our prologue, maybe? Under its hull, we found a core, an irreproducible component from before the frost that we can use to power our most advanced technology. Fissures in the ice suggest the dreadnought traveled to the frozen bay a long time ago. Dismantle the wreck, bro. Obviously. We've taken everything of use. I see. What do you got going on over here? Escort willing Frostlanders to New London. We'll talk about that later. I'm not sure if we can sustain that right now. A mining complex inhabited by children a long time ago. Over the years, they grew older and became citizens of New London. The last miners were ordered home by the captain, but we know some coal remains in the shafts. The approach trail is in poor condition, but we found a warehouse with prefabs the captain intended to use to improve it. We could take them or leave them in place if we want to use the mine again. You know what? We got prefabs being built back at the base because of our new law. Let's maintain the trail. A mining complex. An outpost here could increase our supply by 250 coal until its 448,000 coal is depleted. That seems like a lot. Connect the trail, man. Requires 10 teams. We have 10 teams. Bleep. Tomote's on the computer! Someone get off the computer, but it's got a top-mounted button. Holy cow. Buddy, it's got a top-mounted power button on the case. He didn't even meow or anything. He just jumped right up there. Okay, you gotta chill, man. Also, you've been scratching the heck out of my pants. Now I got threads coming off of my pants here. These are my dang doers too. I'd like to connect you. I'd like to connect you. Obviously I'm missing something here. I'd like to connect you. The man cannot do a straight line. What are you talking about? Oh, I see. I gotta start by going like to there, and then like to here, and then like. I guess it takes longer. Can you move, please? Move. It's still not a straight line. I'm going through the topography, okay? I wouldn't expect you to understand. That's perfect. It'll take 2 weeks. Is that a permanent source of fuel? I'm guessing it's not a permanent source of fuel. We presently have 0 Frostland teams. Okay. And your food is blinking red. All right. If you're gonna be like that about it, if it'll make you happy, it can't be that bad, man. In that case, sure. I got nothing against building a food district, I suppose. Do we have unemployed individuals? Yes, we have 2,000 people that are not doing anything. Sounds like chat. Check the question mark next to New London. Overpopulation and dwindling fuel reserves forced many residents of New London to take refuge in these temporary shelters built around a small hot spring. Its inhabitants wait for conditions to improve enough for them to return home. See you later. It seems like they're chilling, man. They're living in like Atami right now. They don't need to worry about this. Is this the guy from the Twitter clips? Yep. Okay, let's kill this guy. Let's kill this guy with hammers. Is that what you're here for? It makes me sick, man. It makes me sick. They want me to play the hits. Ah! Yes! Hang on. Population growth. 1,200 more people live in the city. That's a busy year. Feral children with no common rules. The persistent lack of a law regulating childhood is causing crime and tension to rise. I mean, you wouldn't catch me being scared of like 3 street urchins. Maybe if one of them had a knife, but honestly, I'm thinking like, I post up, I put my dukes up. Right off the bat, I mean, a kid that's this age, perfect height to kick in the chest without like impinging your abdominal abductors or your hip. And that's something, like, have you ever played dodgeball? In dodgeball, the hardest ball to dodge is one that comes right at your chest. Because like, that's your body. You can't just like move it out of the way easily. If you see my boot coming at you, there's nothing you could do, man. What if the other 2 kids are going to tackle you? Nah. I bend my knees and stand on the balls of my foot with my feet about shoulder width apart, and I'm like an oak tree. You're not knocking me over. It's not going to happen. It's just not going to. That being said, I have 30 weeks to pass apprenticeship or school. 5 children died at the Rumble. Jesus, seems like the problem's like taking care of itself. Okay. Pass any law in the childhood category. We're not ready for it yet. What is this? Abandoned mine outpost is now active. It's currently extracting coal. That seems sick for us, man. That seems awesome. That seems like a dream come true. What's going on in the Frozen Bay? We need 10 teams to get there. It can't be done. What was the incident at your generator? Yes, man. This 97-year-old generator still processes coal the old-fashioned way. Are we ready? New law available. We want to go to society, childhood, family apprenticeship, or school. Family apprenticeship gives you more workers. School causes heat stamp income to go down, but research is increased. Honestly, it seems easy enough to just do some school here. Nobody's against it. We're accepted. Just launch it, man. Open the schools.
Hear ye, hear ye. The eyes.
Trust rises. They love me, man. They love me. They said +2, you promoted reason, devoted, neutral, neutral. Food's still going down.
Your council has
Europe, that's true. That's pretty true. Oh, it's better though. It's better than it used to be. Okay. The thing I'm suffering on this one is how do we get a permanent source of fuel outside of the city? Zoom in on the district, expand it to increase its output and provide a building spot. I guess, I mean, we could construct this and then its harvesting efficiency will increase, I suppose. Keep exploring more. But now I'm kind of stuck because I only got 5 teams, man. Shipping to New London. Love it. Love that for us. And it cost me 10 teams to go here. Construct logistics districts, conduct research, and pass laws to field more. People from the hot springs give you 5 more teams. Does it cost me 5 more teams? It's because you got 10 guys working the mine. You're a genius. Turn this off. Now we got 15. So we can get that coal when we need it. You are a genius. Ever go to Harrison Hot Springs? I've done such woefully little travel in British Columbia, unfortunately. I hear it's very nice, though.
Children caught idling during school hours will be punished.
Yes. Say no more. Coal is running out. Lay explosives. Available coal in all deposits will increase by 10%. Recruit child volunteers. We don't need them, man. We don't need them. Avoid all risks. We should not risk any drastic actions. I think we've got enough coal. I'm not even concerned about that. If anything, I would do research towards logistics to get more teams. No one else shares the ideas of the Frostlanders. But logistics bay, storing and handling only essential survival gear. But that creates a building that I can't build because I already built one. Automated logistics bay. 45%. Let's go with this. I'm going to research this one. The stalwarts, I give the stalwarts like these bread and circuses so they don't riot. But the real meaningful decisions, I always go to the populace. I default to the populace on that one. Now, I do unfortunately think I need to work my way out here to this other one. We're one away. It's got a sting. Infectious agents. A group of Frostlanders refuse to be assessed. These checkups are relics of years past when a cough could endanger the city. They're gone now. We've adapted, one said. No point in continuing this invasion of privacy. Allow mandatory checkups. Frostlanders get a little bit annoyed with it. Ban mandatory checkups. The Frostlanders love it, or do not interfere. Sorry, we're going to be allowing mandatory checkups here. Everybody lives in a small crater inside of the Earth. You're all congested and right next to each other. We got to make sure that we're all healthy here. And then, even the NL's gone woke. Okay. Frost break that. I know it smells crazy in there. You should be blessed. A mandatory doctor's appointment? I can barely get an optional one these days. The stockpile of materials has run out. We must reach for new deposits, otherwise we will suffer. Expand or build new districts to get more materials. Okay, say no more. Say no more. Districts incoming. These are prefabs. These are materials. Okay, give me a frost break. Whoops. What have I done? Why can't I gain access to these? Maybe because I've already frost broken that area. Perhaps. We need mandatory checkups to stop the spread of the woke mind virus. So true, maybe. I don't know. I'm going to choose to stay out of that one for the moment. I don't know what the test would be, though. The test would be like, can you play The Witcher 3? You'd be like, yeah, it's a great game. They'd be like, nah, dude. 2 chicks in it. Sorry. Dude, he's woke. They diagnosed me as woke. Jerry. What am I? I'm building a logistics depot right there. And then I'm breaking frost, man. Skeet Ulrich and Blade be like, okay, I would like to build a extraction. Look at this beautiful 11-bit studios. Are you here? Are you here? Look at this. 6 tiles, 6 nodes. That's as good as it gets, right? It doesn't get any better than that, man. Assigned research increases relations. Okay, I see you're trying to get me to do some research. That's a good idea. But first, I've got to explore the frozen bay. In a cavern near the bay, we found a disturbing sight. Bodies in sturdy Frostland gear, neatly laid side by side and left to freeze with black oil markings over their closed eyes. A map we found suggests they were headed to an old machine somewhere by the desolate coast. A machine would require a source of fuel. We should investigate. Okay, I see what you're saying. This is probably our story path. Come back later. Fishing village. Take the Frostlanders in or we're coming back later. Send me out here. Launch expedition. Threat level safe. We will find a permanent source of fuel. It will happen. And everyone will love us. What do you want from me? Worried about her son? Little Joey's been coughing all night. His forehead's as hot as the generator. It's them Turners. I know it's them. They got that new flu. The lack of a law regulating contagion prevention is causing tension throughout the city. Okay, hang on. That's not the one. Society. No, that's not the one. Survival. That makes sense. Is it rule? Maybe it is rule. It's guided voting? That seems like fixing the election. Survival city. Contagion prevention. Infectious badge. Contagious people will be required to wear a specific badge that allows others to limit their interactions with them if they deem it appropriate. Feels bad, man. Supported quarantine. Contagious people will be placed in quarantine and cared for by the city in dedicated accommodation. Well, listen. You're getting me into some hot water here, okay? I think it would be great if people could stay inside when they want to, even if they just have the sniffles, even if they just got a little bit of a sore throat. We don't know what we're dealing with when it comes to this illness yet. We could be, locking people in their houses with the common cold, or we could be locking them in there with the bubonic plague. I feel like for now, just give them a little badge, man. Just give them a little badge that says, like, I'm sick, you can come close to me, or you can stay away if you want. Oh, tension is slightly increased. All right, never mind. No, we're not going to do that, because people are going to start getting into fights. Okay, maybe some quarantine then. You are respected, which means my vote is likely to pass. Okay, we don't even need to negotiate then. Just vote on this. Vote Tua, man. We need 51. Easy. 54, that's light work for a guy like me. How are we doing on housing? Could use some more. Honestly, though, it sounds kind of sick to just sort of like sleep next to the generator, to just chill. It's like sleeping on the beach. For years, suggesting anything against the captain meant close scrutiny from the stalwarts. But despite the bullshit booming from their bloody speakers, we managed to find our own way. Now we have a council. Maybe it's time for us to stop dreaming and make a change. Look at that. People are now suggesting new ideas about the city's future. The Pilgrim, we got a new faction, man. They look cool. They look like they're on the level. 517 Frostlanders have organized into a faction. These pilgrims form a resilient, spirited community held together by the bonds of tradition. They dislike everything we've done so far, which is bad. That's not great. Their manifest. The generator is a monument to arrogance. We must cast it off. Individuals should give to the whole all they can and take from it only what they need. Based. Okay. I'm not number one. We can't. All this anti-generator talk. That's the only reason we're alive. Okay. Number two, I can get down with. Tradition, we must tread well-worn paths or risk plunging into the abyss. That's, honestly, I could take it or leave it, honestly. They seek to pass community service, basic necessities, and a family. Okay, well, this can't happen, okay? Because I've already got them in school. But you can't always get what you want. Honestly, what's your problem with the blasted coal mine? You guys wanted me to do coal dust. It's 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. For now, you're 6% of the population. What do I care? I don't, is the answer. Progress and adaptation, equality and merit, reason and tradition. Okay, so they definitely, yeah, I can see why they hate us. Because I am basically contraposition to them in every single aspect. Due to cold, some of our people have frozen to death. Generator is disabled. Because we're at zero coal, because you have now run out of, okay, so get demolished, and then what do? You go build some districts on some freaking coal, bud. It won't last forever. Hang on, let me see what's going on here. First, problems in the cold, tension is high. Listen, I'm not going to lie to you, some people are going to die. It's the apocalypse. It's kind of like it comes with the territory. That being said, if we all work together, you might not be one of the unlucky ones. Trust continues to fall. Okay, but we still hold a majority of the population. Don't worry about it, man. Construct a district. Extraction. I'm a coal man. Dan Aykroyd. It's only 40, negative 40C, come on, guys. And it's about to heat up anyway, man, right? Yeah, people are burning up a little bit. Growing hunger. Hunger has also risen to a concerning level. I promise I know how to read, by the way. Now, that makes sense to me. Let's get some food. This food costs 300 tiles. This food costs 300 tiles. You're bundled up now, wait till you get older. You know what? We have so many more teams now too. Wait, you need to build, wait for it. 100% of the way through the expedition. The desolate coast has been explored. We found oil! Mission accomplished? Story mission 1 complete? Maybe? Oil tombs. On the broken shore lies an old derelict dreadnought. It seems to have been upgraded to run on oil as it rests beside rich deposits. Perhaps the site was a refueling station? But deep in the black pools lie rows of frozen bodies, wrapped in shrouds and placed in the still wells. Our scouts shudder at the sight. These oil deposits would surely solve our fuel needs, but we would have to desecrate these graves to access them. And the dead are dead, but I don't want them to, like, we move the bodies out or something like that, and then it inflicts like the next bubonic plague on my population. So I'm only accessing the vacant ones, man. Create a colony, the old dreadnought, and connect it with a solid trail to New London. Okay. Well, I think it's gonna do it for now. Played a couple hours of Frostpunk 2. I had a great time. Would 100% revisit, and it's put me right back in my Frostpunk 1 mindset from a few years ago. It's a very compelling strategy game. First, thank you to AMD for the sponsorship. Last mention, you can enter to win a new AMD 7700 XT GPU at the link if you type !AMD. Thank you to AMD for the sponsorship. And thank you to 11-Bit Studios for the sponsorship as well. Frostpunk 2, wishlisted on Steam at the link if you type !Frostpunk. Good game. Good game. Great tone, great atmosphere. Good writing. All right, I'm going to throw in a slash marker, and then I'm going to go to the bathroom, and we'll be back.